boys, girls, all my travelers out there, welcome back to Other Robert. I'm Joe, and we are talking Hell and Back for this video. Hell and Back was a movie, came out in 2015. I remember seeing the trailer, but I don't remember seeing anything that happened with it, where it went, anything like that. Didn't see it in movies. I wanted to see it. And this is an R-rated animated comedy, which right there, I'm sold. But really was looking forward to seeing this stacked cast, really stacked cast. And let me say, the voice cast I think is kind of what made this movie what it was. This movie, I think it really was pretty much the sum of its parts. And let me just explain a little bit about that. This wasn't the best movie, it wasn't the funniest movie. However, it worked to me because of all the individual parts adding up. I think if you had any of those parts missing, this would have been a miss. But you had the stacked voice cast with T.J. Miller, who I actually usually dislike, but he was okay here, fit the character. Bob Odenkirk, who was very funny in his role. You had Nick Swardson, who was great in his role. I'm a big fan of Nick Swardson. Mila Kunis was in it. You had a stacked voice cast, and then you have this really cool kind of animation. Looks kind of claymated. Looks very Tim Burton-y. At times it looked very Nightmare Before Christmas-y to me. But very, very cool animation. And really those two things, stacked voice cast and the animation, really just set it apart from other movies, really. Because it looks so different and it sounds different in the sense that you have all these stacked actors in the movie. However, the writing, it was hit or miss. At times it was funny. There are actually some jokes that were stolen. I will say there was one joke on there was a boat scene, and I'm not going to get into what it was. And I thought if I hadn't seen that joke before, it would have been hilarious. But the joke was stolen from the movie MacGruber. So they might have not intended for that to have been stolen from MacGruber, but it was pretty much straight up. It was worded a little bit differently, but it was the same basic joke, and that got me a little mad. Like I said, maybe it was unintentional, but there were definitely some funny moments here. I think at times they tried too hard, and I think at times they're kind of pandering for a joke, and that's where it could be miss or hit, because at times it was funny. So the writing was kind of inconsistent in that sense. The story was okay. It was outrageous and crazy, which is something that I'm all for. It felt the actual story, though, I like how it was more of an adventure, which is not what I was expecting with this movie. But this actually felt like an adventure where you had to start, you had to finish, and you went to all these places along the way. And it just had this charm to it that went into really its tone. The tone of it is funny. They have some recurring gags in Hell, and like I said, the jokes, when I think the best jokes were when they were not trying too hard, when they weren't really trying to get outrageous with it, and really just simple jokes. I think those are really the ones that connected the most. And I wish the movie was kind of more like that. But I really do believe that this movie was a funny movie, was a good movie, and I do recommend seeing it. However, it's not going to be the best movie you've ever seen, and it is very much just the sum of its parts, and nothing more, really, nothing less. Hit or miss writing. Very, very cool, interesting visuals, which I think, for me, really did it. I think without that, the movie would have been nothing. I just liked how and appreciated how it just looked so different. And sacked voice cast. I was glad to see Bob Odenkirk in there. I thought he was very funny as the devil. but that's pretty much it. Not too much more about this movie. It's on Netflix, so if you guys have Netflix or any other streaming site, I don't know. I saw on Netflix, so I don't know where else it is. Definitely go and check it out. Hell and Back, and that's it for this video. So let me know down below what you guys thought of Hell and Back. Subscribe, it takes around that much effort to do so. And until next time, you have been traumatized.